Hello, my name is Harry Olson. I'm a Marion County Master Gardener here in Salem, Oregon. And we're going to talk today about vertical gardening and what it has to offer uh, the, the urban farmer, so to speak. Now, how well does it work? Well, it works a lot better than horizontal gardening. When you vertically garden, your plants are upright. They get a lot of ventilation. I mean, the breeze blows through. You don't have a moisture problem like you do when you're laying on the ground. Sun, which all plants thrive on, when they're up like a sail, they get a lot more sun. The result of that is less disease, greater production, typically even bigger fruit and more fruit. But all of this was on a 3 foot wide trellis. I've grown watermelons vertically. Of course, squash works well. Beans are natural. Peas are natural. I have peas now that are 6, 7 feet in the air. Here we have an example of a trellis. These are made out of 1/2 inch EMT, electrical metal tubing. It's coupled in the middle by a 75-cent coupler. And then you put a netting on and you tie wrap the netting in place. Now, a word to the wise. You notice I'm using black tie wraps. They are UV resistant. If you use white tie wraps, they won't make it through the summer. They will fail. So make sure you use black. The only thing you need to be certain to do is get a netting that has at least a 6x6 opening. The reason is you're going to want to reach through to grab that cucumber, that if it's a melon you probably won't pull it through this hole, but squash or a tomato or whatever you grow, you want to be able to get through. Whatever you do, don't use bird netting. It's so fine, it doesn't even pass air well. Run your netting all the way to contact with the ground. The reason for that is, as those plants emerge, you don't want them to have to grow, 6 or 8 inches to reach this. You want them to immediately find this, throw a loop on it, and start climbing. Now, in this case, you'll notice I'm not at ground level. I'm about 20 inches above. That's because this was designed to fit inside a 20-inch raised bed. So this is really ground level. Now, how do you get this secured to the ground? In my case, I built into my raised bed some U-bolts. But you don't have to do that. If I wanted to put this trellis in the middle of my lawn, I would simply get a 3-foot piece of 1/2 inch rebar. It's sold by 3-foot pieces at Lowe's and Home Depot. Drive 18 inches in the ground, slide it over, measure, do it again, and slide this guy down, and you have, in the middle of this lawn, a very secure, heavy-duty trellis. If you put 2 trellises side by side to have a long trellis, tie wrap them together. It increases the strength of both of them, locks them together. A lot to be said for it. And for those of you with very little space to grow, pay attention to this, because this will give you a garden where you didn't think you could have